Hello, good afternoon, family and friends and soul family. This is Sophia. I'm very excited to have an opportunity to speak with whoever feels called to watch this video. I'm going to take just a few minutes. This is kind of an introductory video. Actually, not kind of. That's exactly what this is. This is an introductory video. And while this introductory video is going to be for my YouTube page, it is currently, I'm doing it obviously live on my Facebook right now, to kind of encourage my Facebook family to follow this new channel that I'm starting on YouTube, Goddess Talks with Sophia. And this is going to actually wind up being uploaded to that channel as an introduction video. So probably the vast majority of people who see this won't be seeing it on Facebook. But just want to give a little introduction as to what this page is going to be all about. First and foremost, it's a safe space. It's a space where I will be holding space, not just for whomever I happen to be having a conversation with at a time, and they're holding safe space for me, but whoever feels called to tune into those conversations and learn from them, this is just designed to be a safe space for healing, for learning, for the advancement of your own personal knowledge, to take whatever resonates with you and leave behind whatever does not resonate with you. So just want to spend a little bit of time talking about that. First and foremost, I've been studying esoteric principles and things throughout my entire life, but I didn't really feel like I was on a mission of any type. That's maybe not true, but I didn't really feel entirely called to something until I was actually in one of the worst moments of my life, one of the darkest moments of my life. And, that was a few years ago. And the last thing I ever would have expected at that time would be to be doing videos talking about the growth, talking about the things that I've gone through, sharing those things on a public level. I wasn't even comfortable talking with my family about these things, or any of my, really most of my friends, or anything about these things. So the last thing I was expecting was to share these experiences on a public level, and that whole initiatory process has been interesting, to say the least, and a profound learning experience. That said, this isn't my first video channel. I learned a ton through creating my first YouTube channel, and felt like I was just stumbling and bumbling through every experience with that, because it genuinely did just feel like a full-blown initiation, the entire experience. And it's hard for me to let go of that, but it also does feel like a separate chapter of my life. And, some of the greatest conversations that I have, some of the most thrilling, and also some of the conversations where I've had the wonderful gift of being able to see really how much I've learned over the years, have been just conversations that take place in the privacy of my home with friends, or at a coffee shop, or out at a park, but just with people that I love, and I'm with face to face, and we're just having these deep, raw, authentic conversations. And so I had a girlfriend who actually was on the first video, some of you may have seen, that had said to me here in my bedroom a couple of weeks ago, or last week or something, just, oh my gosh, I wish we had our conversations recorded. And that's really kind of, that's been said to me many, many times before, but that kind of is, I think, what the essence of how this is going to grow, is through conversations with people I love, because I just get thrilled to do that anyway. There will be a subsection that's going to be conversations with me and Lucas, my 7-year-old, because those are some of the best conversations I ever have, and he's so brilliant. Children are so brilliant. So, oh, thank you, Marianne. I appreciate you saying that so much. So these conversations will not really be limited in the scope of where we're willing to go with them. So, it's going to be very prismatic in the scope of things that we're willing to talk about, and very love-based. I want people to understand ultimately that my primary purpose in life is to always guide people back to themselves. I have a lot of guidance that I can use that can help people change their perspective lens and to grow through some of the things that they're feeling at this time. But ultimately, my goal is always to remind people that the power is within themselves and that the light and the love is within themselves. This is a self-love journey, just a self-love journey that you don't have to go on alone. And so I really want to express that this is really about helping to guide people back to a sense of themselves. Also, another thing that I'm not going to go into a lot of esoteric principles on this first video. That's something that we'll really dive into a lot more as I go, as we go into conversations with people. But one thing I do want to clarify, and I'm sure that I will be clear about this many times as this channel grows, is that I've done an absolutely incredible amount of research throughout my life and throughout many lives, whether the many lives thing resonates with you or not, certainly an incredible amount of research throughout this life. And one thing that resonates extremely heavily with me to the point where I would consider it absolute faith is that we live in a multiverse. You are the center of your universe. I am the center of my universe. We are living in interacting universes that are kind of compiled on top of one another. And while the laws, most of the cosmic laws within those universes are going to correlate with one another, keep in mind, cosmic laws... Apparently my speaker's turning off. Keep in mind, cosmic laws are not the same as the 10 rules that often people get taught about in certain organizations or things that are fear-based principles. These are energetic principles, like as above, so below. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of things that are going to correlate between my personal universe and your personal universe. But absolute truth within my universe doesn't necessarily have to end up being exactly the same as absolute truth within your universe or someone else's universe. This is a cosmic practice in non-judgment, in recognizing that what absolutely resonates with you as absolute unequivocal truth might not be what absolutely resonates with someone else. So as I provide information or share life experiences or share certain principles or things on this channel, I want people to always keep in mind that I honor you. I honor the fact that you may have a literal different reality than my reality. And we don't have to end up with the same final outcome. I honor you to tell me if you have a different opinion. I honor you to hold that within yourself if that's what you'd like to do. I'd love to learn, if for whatever reason I find that there's something that I've shared that I don't resonate with any longer, I won't go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was wrong. I see that as a beautiful, I see beauty in the misinterpretation to begin with, and that most likely I called someone back into my life and into my presence so that they could help me to grow and advance my perspective as well. So this is a give and take kind of relationship, an output-input relationship. And I know that at the end of the day, we don't always have to agree on the same things, but that we can understand one another at the end of the day. And that's really what being a human family, even a personal family and an individual family is about. It's not about having everybody agree with the same thing, but love one another enough to listen and to understand each other's perspective and just be okay with the fact that you might not actually leave that conversation with the same perspective. So I hope that this winds up being a great learning device, a great learning experience for everyone. I know for sure that it will be for me, because these conversations always are such enlightening experiences for me. That's the whole reason why I was encouraged to begin with that we start recording these. So tune in. I hope that you'll follow Goddess Talks with Sophia on YouTube. Hopefully I won't be always doing these on Facebook soon. I'll just be doing them directly from from YouTube. But I love you all. Thank you for following the journey. And if you have any questions, please reach out, and namaste. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, everyone. If it will turn off.